Coast Guard heroes arriving in the Abaco Islands.
5 young boys create a rescue trampoline.
The first to run a marathon in under 2 hours.
We have seen what we thought was unseeable.
A relay of dogs will lead blind runner Tom Panic across the finish line.
Nicolas Mahut lost in the French Open, but then his 7-year-old son ran onto the cart to give his dad a big hug.
Heroes and many angels out there.
I will take my crazy mom. She's my hero. Exactly.
When you are free to be you, the best feeling in the world.
Here's the Sully Sullenberger of pizza.
My family is making a grant to eliminate their student loans.
No. That's what's right. And what's innate.
I'm gonna fight.
Who says I can't? Nobody.
Here it comes. Never been done in competition.
Use your heart, your courage and vision to fix, to heal, to empathize, to connect. Because living life as something bigger than yourself is a hero's journey.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PowerUp Hero Show, a show all about you being the hero of your own story. You know, I always think about all of us having dreams of being superheroes, right? But today, I want to talk about real life heroes. And so I kind of want to say, move over, Batman, move over, Superman, and in fact, move over, Wonder Woman. Maybe not Wonder Woman, but today I just want to share with you information about how you can be a hero. So before we get started with that little lesson that I've planned today, I do want to share with you that we have an amazing guest today who is a celebrated leader in our community. We have the privilege of hosting Barbie Baker, who we all know as our local marketing hero. Hashtag CC Barbie. And so I'm so excited that we have this amazing person with us today. And as I will be sharing some information about how to be a hero, I want you to realize that maybe right now you are being a hero in your own story. Because let's face it, if you're being able to live your best life, juggle a busy workload, you're probably pulling superpowers from who knows where to get it all done. And so I want you to affirm yourself and realize that you are already a hero. The hero is already within you. But here we are talking about you activating that hero into action. We're talking about you being a hero not only for yourself, but also for your family, for your friends, and for the community, right? And then eventually the world. And so that's what we're looking for today. So for me, what does a hero really mean? The traditional definition of being a hero is, and I have it written here, a hero is a person who is admired for their actions. And sometimes they're admired for some noble qualities they have. You know, some of our superpower heroes that we see, they have like flight and they can see through walls. And so whatever those mystical, magical senses are, that's in fiction, right? When we're talking about being a real power-up hero, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about your neighbors. I'm talking about that teacher. I'm talking about your coworker, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. I'm talking about your friend. And I'm also talking about a stranger, somebody you have never met and has helped you in such a profound way. I truly believe being a real superhero, a power-up hero in real life, is really about helping people when they need you. It's about having a strong sense of you're able to take care of yourself, but maybe you have systems in place where when people are struggling, they reach out to you because they know that you are that agent of change that they need in their lives. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I believe that our world needs heroes today more than ever before. We need people who are activated into heroism, right? I feel like we should prepare ourselves. We should be constantly trying to level up our own humanity so that when people need us, we're ready. We're ready and we're strong to be on a mission to be agents of change for people who need us. So like I mentioned, today we are elevating a spotlight on an amazing individual who I will be introducing to you. And when I think about this person, I really think about how building a community of people who care for each other, people who are constantly trying to increase the level of vision of people in our community. I think of this individual that we're introducing right now. She has a span of expertise beyond my imagination. Every time some event is going on or some promotion is going on, I see her business name everywhere. And so this is telling in terms of how this person has made an impact in our community. So today I have the privilege of introducing you all to Barbie Baker, who is our local marketing hero, #CCBarbie, and she's the co-owner and CEO of JBBM Marketing. And as I read Barbie's bio, I introduced her to the show, and Barbie is a native Texan. Barbie is also a proud wife, mother of 2 amazing daughters, grandmother of BitBit, I want to hear about that, to a beautiful granddaughter, and friend to so many. She has truly dedicated her time and her knowledge and her expertise in helping our community. I think I was on the show, I was literally promoting the show, and somebody posted on LinkedIn how Barbie Baker is a true blessing to our organization and has been a part of our growing foundation. And that comment went on and on and on and on. So without any further ado, I want to introduce you, PowerUp Hero Nation, to our very own PowerUp Hero of Marketing, Barbie Baker. Welcome, Barbie.
Ooh, hello. Thank you so much for having me. I talk about an inspiration, sweetheart. You are one of my inspirations. You are amazing.
Oh my goodness, thank you. And you too. I mean, you're in the marketing world, so I guess sometimes you're kind of out there, right? So people know who you are. But in addition to that, I have to tell you, I didn't know you are doing marketing because I knew you as a community activist. I knew you as you're helping all the organizations. So it just kind of seemed like you were just a volunteer and you just kind of liked volunteering. But here's like realizing that, wow, you not only take that superpower of a skill you have, which is marketing, right, for our local businesses, but also you take that and you pour it into organizations that you serve. So thank you so much, and congratulations on being nominated as our PowerUp Hero of Marketing.
Thank you so much. I'm honored, honored, honored.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited to get to spend some time with you as well. So
yeah. So for those of y'all watching, pull up a chair, get comfortable. We're about to unpack what a PowerUp Hero of Marketing is all about, Miss Barbie Baker. So Barbie, for everybody watching, tell us who you are, what do you do in this world, how do you serve our world?
Okay, so Barbie Baker, owner, JBBM Marketing, which is our it's our family business. So JBBM is actually James, Barbie, Brittany, and Megan. And so it is, like I said, it's a family business. I have 2 incredibly talented daughters, Brittany and Megan, and Brittany has her degree in marketing from A&M Corpus Christi, and Megan is our graphic designer, super smart computer whiz, and she is actually going to graduate this May from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. And then, of course, my husband, he's the one who tries to keep us out of trouble as best he can. He is actually the Deputy Air Ops Officer for NAS Corpus Christi. So he stays quite busy with his own job. Like I said, stays involved just enough to keep us out of trouble.
Yeah, I love hearing that. So I have to put up your logo because I want an explanation of the logo. So I'm glad you started to define it and explain what you do and how it's all related. So this is what I found online, right? So here was I thinking, wow, a giraffe. I love giraffes, and I was thinking, I was like, she picked a power animal for her logo. And then you described JBBM. So you described that these are the initials that represent your family, right?
Yes, yes. And the giraffe, so the giraffe is my spirit animal. And the reason that I love the giraffe and I use it so much in the imagery for our business is it also is a visual reminder for myself. So giraffes have always reminded me to make sure that I'm looking at things from all different perspectives. Nobody can see the world like a giraffe does, but the giraffe can't see the world from where I am either. So, like I said, that is my reminder to always acknowledge that there's so many different perspectives to everything that's going on. And so, and on top of that, aren't they just the cutest? I mean, the little baby giraffes,
Yes.
you just can't go wrong.
I have to throw that logo up again. Oh my goodness. Look at that little face. And then of course, you know, the whole point of your message was they have such a long neck. They can see, right? They can see more. And so all perspectives are important, right? The perspective from the bottom, right? We're not as tall as they are, and also the perspective from the top. So I love that. You brought it full circle. So I almost want to ask you, you know, you have decided to pick marketing as what you do for a living, right? And I love that you bring your whole family into this. First of all, congratulations to your daughter. Go Islanders! Woo! Shaka's up. I'm so excited about that. And so just tell me a little bit about why do you do this work? Why marketing? How did you get into marketing? Why do you do this?
Okay, so this is going to seem like a very odd tunnel to end up where I am. My background is actually 25 years in corporate business medical management. So I managed medical practices. The last 8 years, I spent managing 3 different prosthetics companies. And so both my kids, super active in school. I've testified at House and Senate hearings in Texas for clean claims legislation, equal reimbursement for men and women's services. I loved it because I was always the patient physician advocate. And you know, small businesses, family-owned practices, seeing what the physicians, you know, work so hard for their knowledge and the continuing education required. And so, you know, like I said, advocating a lot for them against the insurance companies and different things that were going on. So in working for small businesses, family practices, et cetera, you don't have a big budget for like a big marketing team or all these different things. So I really got to do a little bit of all of it, which was amazing because it's kind of easy to be like, oh, squirrel, oh, I want to do this. Oh, you know, run over here and do this. So in doing that, I always loved it. So the deal about all the different organizations I've worked with over the years. So the reason I kept a day job is because my husband told me I had to keep a day job to support my volunteer habit, because I would spend all of my time doing volunteer work. We actually moved here in 2005. So this was my husband's last duty station. He did 21 years, United States Navy, air traffic control. And so when he retired in 2009, we loved it here. We loved this community. We loved, our girls loved it. They didn't want to move. It's just such a caring community. And so we decided to stay. And when they again graduated out of school, I didn't need that Monday through Friday 8 to 5 job. And Brittany got engaged, and when she wasn't married for that long, and they ended up getting pregnant. And so she was an event coordinator at American Bank Center, and she just kept saying, Mom, I cannot imagine working these kinds of hours and the baby being in daycare. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, no, I'll stay home and take care of the baby. But we just got to talking about neither one of us being able to sit still, loving all the different stuff in the community, keeping involved. And so we were on a family trip somewhere, and we just, this brainchild came to be about, well, let's just start our own, we worked with the downtown management district. I did the merchant management and scheduled art walk, and got to work with all the local businesses and the local artists. And you can't spend time with people in this community and not just fall in love with them if you take that time to hear their story and listen, not listen to respond. And we did. I mean, we've just fallen in love with every aspect of this community and want to support it. So here we are.
Oh my gosh, what an epic story. It almost sounds like you let the path lead you, right? You don't try to push it in a certain direction, And so is that how you got your nickname BitBit?
So people that know me tend to think that I can be a little opinionated, a little, going after it as hard as I can. But I just could not imagine being called grandma. I mean, aside from the blue hair, every once in a while, there's not much grandma-ish about me. And so my husband and I joked on and on and on about, different names, we're going to be Lolly and Pop, or, Kit and Cat, or, just trying to be silly. And he's like a bop bop kind of guy, he's that bop bop. And so it's like, what goes with bop bop? Well, BitBit does.
Oh, I love that.
And then Penelope, the first granddaughter, which today is her birthday. We just came from her birthday party where she turned 4. And so I call her my Lil Bit. And so I'm BitBit, and she's my Lil Bit. So.
Oh my goodness, we have to create a banner for her. Right. Penelope, right?
Penelope Grace.
Penelope. Hopefully I spell it correctly, but I'm going to put happy birthday, Penelope Grace, just for a little bit. We can celebrate her. Yay!
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so Penelope, if you're watching, you're BitBit. She's on the show, and we're wishing you a happy birthday. Awesome birthday energy to you right now. You're a PowerUp kid, so we're super excited that you're here. Because your grandma, I guess, you don't want to be called a grandma, your BitBit is a PowerUp hero. So thank you so much for sharing all that about your family. I feel like your story is connected to how connected you are with your family. It feels like you've just done things together, One of the things I did find out about you was, we recognize the fact that your husband served in the military for us, right? In the Navy, you said?
Yes.
And so I found this information, and I was like, I'm going to ask her about it on the show. Okay. So you founded an organization called Families and Friends of Deployed Civilian Contractors, essentially an organization that supports and provides resources to families and friends of loved ones that have been deployed as civilian contractors to Iraq and Afghanistan. And so tell me about that. I had no idea. I mean, in addition to being Buccaneer Day Commissioner, Downtown Management District, like super project manager there, like you do so many things. And then I find out about this, and I'm like, what? Tell us about that.
That was an amazing time. You see all of this support for military personnel, which is amazing. I mean, it's due, it's valid, it's legit, it needs to be there. The last 4 years that James was in the Navy, I was the command ombudsman for NAS Corpus Christi and the area ombudsman for all of the different ombudsmen in the area. And I'll explain that later if you want me to.
Yeah, but, what's an ombudsman? Let's just go straight there. I don't even know what that is. An ombudsman.
So the command ombudsman is basically the liaison between the commanding officer of the base and the XO and Command Master Chief and the families of the active duty personnel that are stationed there. Okay. And so it was an honor to be asked to do it, and I absolutely loved it. At the time that was taking place, there was a lot of what was called individual augmentees. So the IAs, so basically you could end up with an air traffic controller from NAS Corpus Christi Shore Command going to Djibouti to, Iraq, Afghanistan, and augmenting an Army or a Marine division that was there to help them either, work the prison. They could be an air traffic controller going to work security, but they would go individually. And so that would leave kind of a disconnect for that family member, because the service member was now attached to a different, so you kind of fell off the rosters. It was, so I got to do a lot of neat projects with that, working with Dr. Karen Middleton at Texas A&M Corpus. They would do projects to take care of the families. We started the Welcome Home events where the Patriot Guard riders would come out. We had quilters that would make blankets. The mayor would do certificates. And this was back 2009, 10-ish. But so when James retired, in the military, there's all these organizations. The Chiefs Mess takes care of each other. Everybody, takes care of each other. But when you retire and you take a job as a civilian contractor, everybody thinks, civilian contractors, they make 6 digits. It's a breeze. There's no issues. And what you find out is everything that is a benefit of military becomes an expense for the contractors. And there are no support groups out there for families, spouses, kids, for these contractors that are, literally, my husband was living in a hut with no running water, anything, working in these conditions that were crazy in Bagram on an air base with attacks coming in. All craziness, no contact for information, no anything. And so I knew if I felt alone with all of the connections that I had, then I knew there had to be other people out there. And so, 2:00 in the morning, I'm like, I'm just going to create a Facebook group, and started sharing it, sending it out there. And we ended up with the most incredible group of spouses, kids, parents. And for 3-4 years, it was very, very, very active. I was very active in it. But these women and men that we made connections with, even though all of our spouses are back home and not doing the contractor life anymore, we're all still very, very close friends. And other people are still working it. So that was one of my favorite passion projects. It was so wonderful to be able to make those connections for people.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I feel like we're living multiple lifetimes of career here, because wow, you just woke up in the middle of the night, or you didn't sleep, created a Facebook page, and boom, here we are, thousands of people and members, right? I think I saw it's a huge group of people you brought together who you were just thinking, wow, I'm suffering with this. Who else? Somebody else must be. Let me see if we can create a support system together. I absolutely love that. If you're taking anything from the message today, it's a hero can be one, right? You don't need a whole bunch of people to come and give you permission to be a hero. You could just flip a Facebook page and be the hero for somebody else. And I would even be as bold as to say, perhaps some people who found your Facebook group were feeling relief that, oh my goodness, I'm not the only one, I can have people to help me. So that is truly amazing. I love it. And actually leads me to my next question, which is actually perfect. We are calling you the PowerUp hero. And so what does being a hero mean to you? I kind of defined what a hero is, but what is a hero to you?
You know what? A hero to me is somebody that makes somebody else's life better in some form or fashion. Whether it's validating them, whether it's providing a need for them, whether it's accepting them. A hero is somebody who is there for others. And I have been so extremely blessed to have so many incredible heroes that stepped up for me in my life. And so I just feel like it's my mission, and I'm not going to say it's an obligation, but it's a privilege to be able to hopefully do that for other people in whatever ways that they need.
I love it. And so I actually have a picture I want to share. So this is from your social media. And I love this graphic. It's actually a really cool graphic because it shows like all the people you serve. And this is one of the quotes that I found about your work, right? You posted this recently. We have had a blessed week. How can we help promote your business? We support small business. Hashtag support small business. CC Barbie, JBBM Marketing. And I apologize for maybe all the noise. I have a little guy who has decided to join us today in my office. Say hello, the guy. So I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to find something. But I just want to ask you, right? Tell us, Barbie, like when I see you on social media and you have all these people, I think you even have supported you know, your nonprofit organizations, but also the businesses that you support, them winning best of the best, right? The Caller Times Best of the Best Awards. You have won Best of the Best Award. Didn't you win last year?
I did. Yes, yes, we did. It was quite a surprise, and I'm not gonna lie. I was really proud of our little family. You know, we've only been in business for about 3.5 years, and you know, it just goes to show the power of social media. You know, we were in a crazy different time this last year. There weren't as many of the in-person events, and so you know, the power of social media is it's great, you know, and as long as we use it for good, then it will be a good thing.
Yes. Oh, I like how you said that. That's quotable, right? It's the tools are there. It's the way we use the tools that matter, right?
Amen.
You decide to use it, you know, to be against our common humanity, right?
Right.
And so I really love that. So this goes swiftly into the next question, which is, now that we know what you call a power-up hero, right? What being a hero is, what is your superpower?
Oh my goodness. Besides being able to down a Diet Dr. Pepper in record time, probably connecting. I'm a connector. I have superpowers of connecting people to other people and to resources.
And I'm so sorry about that. I literally had a moment where I had to send, like he wanted to go out, and so now I have to open the door. So I apologize.
Oh, no, that's awesome.
Yes, I'm sorry for the interruption for our interview. So I think in this day and age, being able to connect the dots for people, right? But not only that, connecting people to the resources they need or the opportunities they need for success, right? So one of the things I wanted to do actually, which I hope he came during this commercial break, is I found this really great video that Google created about how small businesses need to be celebrated and how impactful our small business can be in our community. So we're just going to take a 2-minute break and watch this really cool video about celebrating Barbie Baker, small business owner here in our community, Best of the Best winner 2020. We're so excited for you. We will be right back.
It's done. My laptop is handed in. My phone is handed in. I've officially quit.
I'm an entrepreneur. I could do this.
Welcome to Sweet Soul Kitchen.
First customer.
We're up and running. I have about 124 orders to do.
It's extremely stressful.
Frustrating.
You can see the line behind me.
It can be done. I'm living proof it can be done.
I get to do it with the people that I love.
We had a lot of friends and family come out and help us out.
Every day is a good day.
It takes real guts to run businesses through the generations.
Hello, everyone. For those of y'all who are just joining us, we are in the Power Up Hero Show Zone, and we have just celebrated Barbie Baker as our Power Up Hero of Marketing. And we just unpacked that her superpower is being connectedness.
connecting people and resources.
Got it. Connecting people and resources. And I think this is your friend Joe who made that post on LinkedIn that I saw. Hey Joe, how's it going? And he put, Joe says Barbie is Wonder Woman. Woo! I love that. I love hearing that. How do you know Joe?
So Joe, this is Coach Joe, and he is one of the coaches of Duke It Out Boxing, which is a local nonprofit gym. And they provide this gym and boxing lessons for youth starting at age 7. And it started because they were trying to help some of these kids who were being bullied. And so it almost reminds me of the Karate Kid story, you know, the concept, you know, the karate and boxing is for self-defense. You know, it's not to pick a fight. It's not to do any of those things, but it's to give you, you know, mental awareness and physical awareness to be strong, to be brave, and to not be victimized. And what they have done with these kids is phenomenal. I don't know if you saw one of their boxers, Troy Garcia. They did a send-off on Monday. One of the other coaches, Coach Duke, has had this kid, Troy, since he was 7. He's 15 years old, and he just made the national tournament in Louisiana. So he's up there right now, did a big send-off. Paulette Guajardo came out and spoke, and Commissioner Brent Chesney and all these individuals. So it's just so heartwarming to see what this group provides for these youth. It's phenomenal.
Oh
so
my goodness. Joe sounds like a power-up hero to me.
No, he very much is. So I'm super excited. I just have to say, for this organization, we are planning a TKO gala in October, and we just got confirmation on Friday that Sugar Ray Leonard is going to be the guest speaker.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Okay. So first of all, exactly what you shared about Joe. I'm thinking right now, we're nominating you, Joe. You are going to be a power-up hero on our show. Hopefully, if you accept the nomination, we'll go through those steps, right, where you accept the nomination and then we prepare you for the show. But congratulations, first of all, on Joe's efforts, right? So you have such great support. I mean, I almost feel like, I'm sorry I missed that send-off. I didn't know about it, but it sounds like such an amazing opportunity to put Corpus on the map, you know? Yes. And then second, wow, Sugar Ray, are you kidding? Wow, that's amazing.
We are amazing. So stoked. Yes, yeah. It is. It's going to be amazing.
Tell us about it in the chat, Joe. Tell us about it in the comments. Put some information. How can we get in touch with you? How can we find out more about the work you're doing so that we can celebrate you and also bring you on the show so more people know about what you're doing? Thank you, Joe. So it sounds like you have some really awesome friends in our community. So I'm glad. I'm
extremely blessed. Yes.
Yeah. So I think one thing I did want to touch on is sometimes we talk about, we talk about having superpowers and that being a good thing. But then I always think to myself, Superman was well aware of what kryptonite was, right? Superman knew what his weakness was. And once he came in touch with his kryptonite, it literally sucked all the energy out of him. So I want to take you to the other side of being a hero. And I kind of want you not necessarily talking about the dark side, but I want you to talk about what are some of the things that you feel may be a weakness for you or an area of improvement? What are things that you feel that challenge you? What challenges have you had to overcome?
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's kind of a multi-level question there. So some of my weaknesses, I'll always be the first one to tell people what my weaknesses are because I have a lot of them. I am human. I make mistakes. I can be flighty. I take things extremely personally. That's always been one of my character weaknesses. I get a little bit overreactive when I feel like I'm being attacked. I'm all about constructive criticism, but so I'm continually working on that. I can be an extremely anxious person. I do have anxiety. I work really, really hard to, work on my breathing and keep that at bay. I'm extremely blessed. I have a husband that's very in tune to my quirks with it. And so he'll point it out for me a lot of times, like, okay, you're doing this, and like, okay,
Yeah.
But it's an ongoing thing that every person has to. I think we will all grow if we all stay open to the fact that we all have things that we can learn and work on. And so I just try to do that and try to share those things with others as well. It's the build, break, build. It's one of my favorite forms of communication. Start off with a positive kind of, however we may want to think about this. But you know what? There's a lot of, growth opportunity, a lot of, positive that can come from that.
Yes.
And so,
I love how you said that. You literally painted a picture of, you will be stronger if you acknowledge where you have room for improvement. But it helps when you have a support system that can see that for you, right? I think I appreciate your husband so much for being that lens for you. A lot of people may not have that support where they have somebody who's giving them that honest feedback, that they love you no matter what, but hey, at this point right now, like, this is what you're doing. And so I was gonna say, apart from the working hard and working smart part, where I was like, I'm not as smart as Barbie, you sound just like me, because just like right before this show, hopefully you could tell, I was like, okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and this is just the natural sense of like preparing for the show, right? And I was like, that's just how I am. We're just trying to get it all perfect. So I think that's a superpower, I think, too, right? Just trying to make sure that it's good, right? You want to make sure you're doing it right and you haven't missed anything. Even though you have your check boxes, you want to make sure they're double checked, that nothing is missed. So, and I love that. One of the things I talked about recently this week, actually, I do this show on coastal living, which is on KZTV. And we were going to talk about why people have self-doubt, weaknesses, fears, right? And, you would think I'm saying, put your, big pants on and roll your socks up. You can do this. And the number one thing I told people was, for me, honestly, what I do is acknowledge it. I say, you know what? If I'm having self-doubt in that moment, I don't try to step away from it. I say, you know what? Yeah, okay, fine. I'm freaking out a little bit right now. Okay. Why? And try to unpack that. Do you not have the skills and knowledge to be here? Are you afraid of this big monster that doesn't even exist, right? Or does it exist and you need to take care of it? So I like how you said that, which was, we just need to be aware of our challenges.
I love that.
And so Joe actually told us, he said that he would consider it an honor, right? And so we're so excited. We're so excited that we're going to be able to invite you there. So whenever we can get you on the show, and Joe put his information. So anybody who's watching, listening, you can go to dukeitoutboxing.org, and there's a phone number right there if you want to find out more. And this information is on LinkedIn. So if you're watching on LinkedIn, then you have it right there with you. So now, Barbie, we're going to do a really fun part of our show, which we call Fast 5 Finger Favorites. And I'm going to ask you what your 5 favorite things are. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
The first one is, Barbie Baker, what's your favorite book?
My favorite book is The Light in the Forest. I read it in 6th grade. It's an amazing book.
I've never even heard of it. The Light in the Forest. And you said 6th grade, so I'll probably find it in the children's.
Yes. And if you can't find it, I will bring you my copy. I still have it.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm going to look for it. And then Barbie Baker, Fast 5 Finger Favorites. What's your favorite movie?
Oh, okay. So this is a tough one. It's actually between The Never-Ending Story and Princess Bride.
Oh, those are 2 really good movies. The Never-Ending Story. Oh my gosh, that's a really, really good one. Those are good movies.
Heartthrob, Atreyu.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Next one is Fast 5 Finger Favorites. What's your favorite song?
Okay, so I really don't have a favorite song. I really do love every single kind of music. I don't know if you've ever heard of Nicole C. Mullins. She is one of my all-time favorites. Her Celine Dion, and I'm not gonna lie, some of Shaggy's stuff is I just
Shaggy. Oh my God, like that is old school, girl. Oh my, you brought Shaggy into this. I love it. I totally love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, so I need to come to a party that you're hosting. That would be just so much fun, okay?
Yeah, you're rocking 1 minute, sleeping the next. Yeah.
And singing our hearts out with Celine Dion. Oh, one of the things that I feel like I'm going to miss out in my whole life if I don't go is watching Celine Dion in Vegas. Like, I feel like inside of me, and even Mariah Carey, I feel like I need to just stop everything. And COVID made me realize that sometimes we wait for, oh, I'll do it. And now with COVID, I'm like, when are we ever going to be able to do these things again, right? And so I should have just gone when I could. And so when am I going to go watch Celine Dion? I need to go watch Celine Dion in Vegas. So yeah, I love Celine Dion. All right, the last of the Fast 5 finger favorites is your favorite quote.
My favorite quote is, oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Fast. You know what? You can't go wrong with do unto others.
Do unto others as you would want done unto you, right? Right. So think about your humanity and what would your human want, right?
Exactly.
I love that. That's a really good quote. That's a popular one. A lot of people. I think that's the golden rule, isn't it? Do unto your neighbor as you would want done unto yourself. Perfect. And for the last Fast 5 finger favorites, and for those of y'all who are watching, feel free to chime in the chat if you also have favorites. Our power-up hero of marketing is Barbie Baker. We want to find out, how does our power-up hero of marketing wake up in the morning? If this hero had to wake up in the morning and throw those covers off, how would they execute the day with their morning routines?
Okay, so this probably isn't going to be as exciting as some people's. So my morning routine is my husband gets up first. He gets in the shower, wakes me up on his way downstairs. And by the time I crawl out of bed and get downstairs, he has coffee ready for me. And then we watch the morning news together, get mentally caught up on what's going on, checking out our local newscasters, and then he heads out the door to work, and I go shower and get ready, and I'm usually out the door by 7:45.
Wow, it sounds like you guys have a perfect schedule together.
You know, yes, it is perfect for us, and that's what everybody needs to do is find out what's perfect for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all operate differently, and appreciating each other's uniqueness and each other's skills and weaknesses is how we all move forward together. So,
and I kind of like how you the first thing in the morning you spent quality time, right? So the day doesn't get away from you that you didn't spend that time together. I love that. Love hearing that. Yeah. Oh, you guys sound like so much in love. So sounds like there's hearts all over your family, your whole entire family. So
it really, we just had our 15th wedding anniversary Thursday, the 25th. So our 15 year, we've been together about 19 years, but 15 years married. And it was funny. We got married on my dad's birthday. And then when Brittany was getting married, Brittany she loved it, wanted to keep the tradition. So her and her husband got married on the 25th also. So it's like and then when she was pregnant with Penelope and she was so close to being due, we were just thinking, could you imagine if her birthday, but she fell on the 27th. So
oh my God.
She got her own day.
Penelope's like, we need to spread this out a little bit. I need to have some room here. Oh my gosh, it just sounds so perfect. And you know what? Sometimes when everything is together, it means that it's just more partying together, right? So you have the anniversary, and it's another reason why somebody else is celebrating with you. So I love that. I love hearing that. You have a very tight family, and I love hearing that. And that's probably why you share that love you share it out, because you're getting it.
The reason why family is such an integral part of my life, and the fact that to us, family isn't necessarily blood. So I was adopted. I was adopted when I was 3 years old, and I was a punk of a kid. My mom and dad will attest. I was a punk, but I was shown so much unconditional love in my life by my parents who put up with me. My brother, oh my gosh, God love him. He put up with so much. I've had employers in my life that I can't believe they put up with me. But like I said, I have just been so gifted with unconditional love, support, and people willing to show me tough love. And so that is so much of my why is, people could have left me behind, could have told me to suck it up, get over it. You're so big and bad. Well, you just go take care of it. Yeah. But that unconditional love and people not giving up on me is why I'm who I am. So
I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Right. I think we're stronger if we unconditionally care for each other, right? Regardless, because we all fall short. And so and especially as children, when we're trying to navigate life, understanding plus also learning, this is the important time. So blessings to your parents for adopting you, first of all, and then pouring so much love into you. That's great. I feel like we could go on and on talking about how important it is for adoption. One of my good friends actually works on helping foster children become adopted, and it's such the work that needs to be done in our communities to care for children is so important. When you think about the people in our community who've done nothing to be in the circumstances that they are, we have to recognize that, right? That they're in need and we have to support them. So thank you for sharing that. So now I want you, Barbie, to imagine yourself 5 to 10 years from now, right? What do you see?
5 to 10 years from now, I hope to be doing exactly what I'm doing, spending time working with our local artists and our local small business owners and our nonprofits. Let's see, 10 years from now, my grandkids will be old enough that they can be extra hands to help at events. But just working with family, being close to family, and living and loving this community. That's my goal. And so, I'm known to be kind of persistent. So good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, that's where I'll be.
I love it. And I like how you said living and loving our community. So I love it. So yeah, I'm blessed to live in a community with you. I guess that's why you got that hashtag CC Barbie.
So that hashtag actually came from Debbie Noble. So I don't know if Debbie Noble. Yes. So working with the downtown, we were joking about all the different kinds of Barbies and all the different directions that we were running. And so Debbie Noble actually gave me that name in 2010. 2012.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love hearing that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And my really good friend, actually, Gay Calloway, is watching right now, and she says, good stuff. Yes, you're good stuff, Gay. Thank you so much for watching the show today. So we've sort of reached the end of the show. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you feel like you have to share?
You know what? I would love to give a shout out to obviously my girls, and my husband, James, Brittany, and Megan. And then I want to make sure that I mention New Life Refuge Ministries. I've been on that board for years, working with the victims of child sex trafficking. Please support our local nonprofits. Obviously, the United Corpus Christi Chamber of Commerce, I'm a board member, and they work so hard. And it's, I tell people when we go to the ribbon cuttings, it's not just about what the chamber does for the community is not just about ribbon cuttings and stuff like that. So much of what the chamber does is protect our local economy, Jenny does the legislative stuff and works with our local military installations and the information that's needed to make sure that we don't lose those. Those are huge parts of our local economy. So I have a lot of passion projects with that. And then the last one is be on the lookout. The first Coastal Bend calendar is in print right now. It was a huge project between COVID, runoff elections, and everything else, but it's coming, and I'm so excited about that. And I saw your show earlier about Jedis, and I am in love with that, and I cannot wait to follow that. That is an amazing program that you're doing.
Oh, I am so thrilled that you watched the Jedi Zone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, we have a lightsaber zone where we're slaying justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. So you're free to join us if you want. And we're on Saturdays in the morning at about 11 o'clock. Whenever we're ready to go live, we go live. So I'm so glad you shared all of that. That was a lot packed into, I just have one thing. And there was so much in there, which reminded me of our friend Ephraim, who actually, I call him Mr. Corpus Christi, right? So he is he works so hard for United Chamber members. I feel like he doesn't sleep. So let's just give a shout out to Ephraim because he's amazing. So thank you so much, United Chamber members. And we're both members of the Chamber. So I'm excited to be a member with you as well. So with that, I'm just one more thing to ask. How can people get in touch with you?
If the bat signal's not working, then jbbmmarketing.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of the local fun platforms. So
I love it. And one of the other things I have to add is somebody who's a fan of yours just came on the show and has added. And so Patty says, so proud of our girl and the work she does and person that she has become. Mom and dad, oh my goodness. Oh, I almost just want to hug them. I want to hug everybody right now. This is a special moment right now. I feel like because we're all on the screen, we should pretend hug.
Right.
Special moment because mom and dad are here. And mom and dad, look what you have created, right? Your creation is a PowerUp hero in our community. I think the city of Corpus Christi is a better community because we have CC Barbie here. Barbie Baker exists with her multicolored hair. I can always spot you, literally. I can spot you anywhere in a crowd because you got this fancy hair going always. So absolutely loved having you on the show. So just to end the show, we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, power up together. And then, we'll be done. Oh, and somebody else says, Carrie, I love her too. Oh, everybody's watching and they love you too. So we're so excited that you're here. So join me in saying bye to everybody. So we're going to go. And those of y'all who are watching at home, join us so you can power up with us. So we're going to say 1, 2, 3, power up. So 1, 2, 3, power up! All right, Barbie, thank you so much for joining on the show, and we will see you next time, okay?
Thank you, sweetheart. God bless.
God bless to you, too. Wow, what an amazing show. I literally had all this stuff planned about questions I was going to ask and things we were going to talk about, but wow, talk about an amazing woman of resilience, but not only resilience, but of listening, right? And going with the flow. I loved hearing how her path in life, she just kind of casually came to it. And I love hearing that, right? So sometimes we just have to listen to where we're at and be present and in the moment so that we can share what's inside of us outside. And hopefully what you saw was all the goodness inside of Barbie Baker, our PowerUp hero of marketing. That's what comes out. So if you love Barbie, then you're definitely in the zone of awesomeness because we believe she's awesome. So we want to thank you so much for listening to the show. If you want to find out more about all the heroes that we have on our shows or we interview, you can go to our page. Our website is www.poweruphero.org. And in addition to that, do you know a role model in our community who deserves to be featured on this PowerUp Hero show? Go to our website. Again, it's www.poweruphero.org. We want to hear their story. And if it's you, we want to hear your story. Joe, we just tagged you in. So we want to hear your story. We want to hear about how you are being remarkable in the community and how you are serving the world in an amazing way with your positive attitude and your commitment to the community. Again, that website is www.poweruphero.org. PowerUpHero.org. I'm Lisa Wisner, and be sure to subscribe. However you are watching or listening right now, you can watch and listen on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, LinkedIn, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Stitcher. Did I miss one? Amazon Music, Alexa. Your Alexa can play the Power Up Hero Show for you if you want. And so anywhere and everywhere, join us on the show. And with that, I thank you so much for joining us today. I thank you for listening to Barbie Baker's story about how she is a Power Up hero of marketing and her superpower is being connected. And I hope you take this opportunity to stay connected with us. Make today a powered up day. Bye.